Mr. Sowore, is it that you have also stepped down, or you're part of the pact, the group that agreed that Fela Durotoye should be your consensus candidate?
No, I was never part of PACT, and I attended one meeting, I think on July 31st of PACT, and I told them very clearly that I was not going to be part of PACT, that I believe that there are other forces out there that we can mobilize and conscientize, educate, and we can defeat President Buhari without joining.
Well, I mean, isn't it commonsensical for you guys to come together? You guys have been saying you want PDP out, you want APC out. How do you hope to fight all of this battle with these traditional political parties in Nigeria, especially for some of your parties that are new, and those are the parties that have their stronghold from several years?
The best way to do it is not to stay in a hotel in Abuja and have 18 people sit down together and select for the young people or the Nigerian people their presidential aspirant or candidates. We are not trying to select a traditional ruler of a village or town or city. We are trying to select a competent candidate for the presidency of Nigeria. 180 million people. 18 people cannot do that. So what we do on our part is that we have a political party. We've gone to 29 states across Nigeria. We are moving around the country, mobilizing people who should be voting for the next president. We are not sitting down comfortably in a hotel in Abuja making decisions on behalf of Nigerians who are looking forward to hearing from us, who are looking forward to connecting and engaging with us. That is what we want to do, and that's why I made it very clear. There are other concerns that I had, and I've written about them, including some of them at the meeting saying that you have a meeting with some elders who say that the young people should present a presentable or an acceptable candidate. I am diametrically opposed to any form of dictation from elders that have disappointed and ruined Nigeria over the years. So those kind of things put me off. And I made it very clear that our party, the African Action Congress, is open to collaboration. And we have already a coalition of willing Nigerians, frustrated Nigerians who have been disenfranchised over these years, who are hungry for change and revolutionary direction for Nigeria, who are already working with us. And that is the real coalition we need, not some small...
yeah, Mr. Sowore.
All right, so this video best explains or reveals why Sowore cannot comfortably alliance with other political figures in Nigeria to building a coalition or a merger or a collaboration for taking over governance. And you can't blame him. He's got his rights, he's got his choices. I think he may be right in so many ways. But I'll take Sowore and the rest of us into a little introspect and why we must begin to review this direction. I personally standing here like Sowore as a person. I like him. And I agree that Sowore has got something that Nigeria could look up to. I've said it everywhere. I may be wrong, but I've said it everywhere. We will need another kind of politician to take over Nigeria's democracy for people like Sowore to ever dream of becoming president. We will need another kind of politician. I don't want to mention names so I don't derail the conversation. Sometimes we have to stay in the context. We'll need another kind of politician. We'll need someone like, say, Peter Obi, for example, to become Nigeria president for people like Sowore to stand a chance. I'll take you through example, and just in case you are not aware, I'm sorry, I'm going to go to Senegal. We celebrated the emergence of Bassirou Faye as the president of Senegal. He was elected into office sometime in 2024 and is been sworn in now. At 44, he became president of Senegal. So while Senegal may not be the perfect example because we have a larger democracy, but they've got institutions that work. For example, the former president Macky Sall postponed the election indefinitely because he felt like he was going to lose the election. After all of the theatrics to get himself back in power. The National Assembly now said, okay, no, not indefinitely, but we'll shift it to December. The Senegal Constitutional Council, like their judiciary, ruled against it and asked that the election should be held as soon as possible. That election was held sometime in March 2024, I think March 24th, and Faye won as Senegalese president. So that's an institution that works. Unfortunately, we cannot say all that. But I'll take you through a process. There's a guy called Usmane. Yes, Usmane Sonko. Usmane Sonko. He founded a political party called PASTEF, I think African Patriots for Senegal's ethics and all over. And but it was a French coined word. It ended at it came acronym PASTEF, PASTEF. Sonko founded the party in 2014, and then I think he went to the contested to go into the National Assembly in 2017, and he was there till about 2022, right? But he contested the presidential election in 2019, even if he didn't win. He lost to the re-election bid of Macky Sall. Now, something happened. Prior to the 2024 election, Sonko started to develop capacity. He has also wanted to become a mayor, became a state governor. Something happened. When 2024 elections was coming, he had piqued interest. The government of Macky Sall started to attack him, started to fight him. In fact, he was sent to a 6 months imprisonment for corrupting youth. He had too much allegations, including rape and repetitive assaults. Many women, even one of his staff, accused him of all of the things that he did to her. And so they convicted him for a 2 years sentence. I haven't been cleared of all of these rape accusations for corrupting the youth. That's it. So while 2024 election was not supposed to happen, because of that conviction of 2 years, he didn't stand a chance. He was already an ex-convict. It was 7 J terms, so he couldn't stand a chance to have contested the 2024 elections. So his protege, his mentee, Faye, now had a chance, who was Secretary General at that time, to contest in the elections. And there was a coalition of some minds, as it were, built alliances with some persons, and that elections got him to win. See, Sonko has been in politics for a while, who has also been in the National Assembly, who has also been a mayor, now had a chance of having his mentee become president, and then he was now appointed on the 3rd of April to become the Prime Minister of Senegal. As I talk to you now, I think he's the 16th Prime Minister of Senegal. Why am I saying this? Except if Sowore wants to use revolution, there is no way Sowore can conveniently become president of Nigeria without building alliances and collaborations with other political influences. I'm sure Faye would have looked at Sonko as being somebody who had been in the politics, he's been to the National Assembly, he's been a mayor, so he doesn't deserve any. So coalitions are the only way. I insist that Sowore is a good man. Until tomorrow, there are no direct links of Sowore with the APC. All of these are baseless accusations and rumors. They can be true, cannot be true. But I can't stand on what is on ground that is not founded. I want Sowore to stand a chance to govern this country because I've heard him speak with passion. Even that video I just played, I've seen his passion to making things work. But if we must get something right, I'm not calling any name. I'm saying Sowore must build that plan. Because just like you saw in that video, the pact, the choice for consensus candidates, right, as it were, that was led by Obi Ezekwesili, Kingsley Moghalu, Ferajuro Toye, Tokpe Fasua, Sowore agreed that he attended the meeting, but that pact arrangement didn't work. And that, because in 2019, youth in Nigeria were looking at building coalition to have one single voice, so we don't share all of these votes. We are moving to another election. If Sowore thinks genuinely that is interested in governing Nigeria, Sowore must look at ways of fostering collaborations and merger. Forget about who is popular or not. There is no way you will be the only saint that is around in this country. There is no way you'll be the only politician that has the interest of the people at heart. Except if you, because all the idea of me only me have the, it will not work. If Sowore doesn't have plans for this country, to move this country forward, he doesn't have plans for coalition, then he's not ready to win an election. Then he should just step aside, wait for when Nigeria is ready for a revolution, because what he can conveniently put across is a revolution. That is where I stand. And this is not to discredit him. His work is good. I salute his effort. I don't want to be, I've had to have back and forth some of his followers, and it's not my type, it's not my pace, it's not something that I'm proud of. Sowore is my guy. And we may have disagreements in principles, but it doesn't change the fact that this is a good man who wants to see Nigeria work. And I, Mr. Common Sense, will never be a part and parcel of anything that will pull down anybody that wants to see this country work. I mean it for a fact, irrespective of your political ideology, of who you stand with. If I see the passion for Nigeria to work, I'll connect with you. So I'm not anti-Sowore. I am not anti-AAC. I'm seeing that even the Secretary General of the party is coming to my page to come and insult me, and I'm disappointed. Because I am somebody that you should be looking out for to connect with, and let's build a coalition to work. I want this country to work. But if you guys think that only your circle, your political party can get, I just gave you an analogy of what happened in Senegal. We were all here celebrating the emergence of Faye as president, but nobody sat down to look at all of this. Who is the governor? I'm not saying you need everybody, but you see, the Nigerian political space has been complex enough. And this position deliberately made it complex to make it difficult. How many polling unit agents did Sowore and the AAC had in the 2023 election? So it means that there is need for us to build alliances. There's need for us to build the movement that will give us this presidency. Or else we are wasting time. Or else it's like somebody said, all of you enjoy the privilege of being called activists and talk against what is happening, but you are not ready to pay the sacrifice. Some sacrifices must make a rest. Me no be inside they talk to me. Because sometimes these things they pay me. Okay.